Hola, controles, bienvenidos a su podcast El After. El día de hoy tenemos una invitada muy especial, GIORGIA ANGIULI.
Hola.
Well, here basically we want to know about your story. You're very talented. You were a musician, singer since you were very, very young. And when I started seeing your music and all your videos and your creativity, I was like impressed. So here basically is to know your story. Like, when did you start into music?
First of all, thanks for your kind words. I grew up in a family of musicians, and I studied classical guitar at the conservatorium. Then I started to play many different styles, and I played electronic, metal, rock, and now I discovered the techno and the psytrance. So I try to mix all the things that I love, because I do not like labels. I just like to learn every day. I think it's a new day for learning new things. So let's say my story, it's really connected my life with music. I could never imagine my life without music.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's for true. And what was the first instrument that you were into?
The first instrument was classical guitar.
Okay, classical
and then also in my family, everyone play different musical instruments. My brother is a teacher at the conservatorium of jazz music. I mean, I was living surrounded by many musical instruments. That's why I was just using musical instruments like toys, you know, since I was a kid. So I always played something. And I still hope to learn new musical instruments, you know?
Yeah, well, that's very great that you started in classical guitar. And when do you start like to sing?
Actually, I do not consider myself a singer. I never studied for that one, but I love to use my voice like an instrument, let's say, because I use many effects. And for me, the most important thing is the message that I am delivering with the people. So I like simple lyrics, but I love to share message related to hope and love. As my last song, for example, with Vini Vici and Volcano Mars, we are all one. So I love to share these messages. So it's not about writing complicated lyrics. Sometimes I think simple things are more effective.
Yeah, I think I also talked with Volcano on Mars, and yeah, they also say the same, that it was very important, like the final message that we are one. And,
Exactly.
and when we are playing, there is no DJ in the crowd. We are all in the same vibe.
Yeah.
It's always to share the...
And you know also about DJs, we are lucky because we can travel all around the world. And for me, this is very special because I can learn from every different culture. So I would never imagine I am from Europe, I am from Italy, I am better than Mexicans. It's impossible for me. For me, every place where I go, I can learn something. It's all about the exchange. And at the end, this is the most important thing, because no one is better than the other one.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
And we're lucky. We're so lucky that we can show our art to the world.
True.
And as you told me, you started like learning about how instruments. At what time you start making music?
I was first song I composed, I was 9 years old, I think. And actually I felt always more fascinated by composing music, my own music, instead of playing music from other people. You know, when I had bands, many other bands were using to play music from, I don't know, Metallica or other. But for me it was boring. I always wanted to stay focused on create new things. And that's why maybe I never played as DJ in all my life, because I prefer to play my own music and to create my own language.
That's great. And what was it like the first tools that you start when you're making music? Like which one was your first DAW, your first synth? How was the process?
So Ableton for sure. I started to buy Ableton, the software, and then a sound card. And then my very first synth was called Mofo, a yellow one, small analog. And then I started to buy many synths, but right now I'm playing more with the softwares. So, and it always changes, you know. Right now I prefer softwares and strings instruments, like from Middle East, for example. I love to combine music from different cultures, but I still have many synthesizer. I mean, I do not. Before I was like, no, I want only analog synthesizer. Now I don't care. Also because traveling a lot, I'm not always in studio, so I found very comfortable creating music with softwares,
Yeah.
plugins. You know, it's easier when you travel.
Yeah. For me, like traveling with a guitar, I need to find like a portable guitar because traveling with a full one is a mess.
Oh yes. I used to tour with guitar, then I stopped. It's impossible.
Yeah. I did the same thing with my Ibanez, but it was such a pain in the ass because you don't want to take it like.
Of course, yes. But that looks very small.
Yeah, that one was very good. I found that's a good solution. And how do we start it? I know that you like to mix sounds, but when I see your videos, you mix sounds like with everything. Like you're a very creative person, and that's very interesting proposal, because you take everything that is in your around you.
I mean, first of all, for me, the most important thing is to have fun. When I create something, I need to feel that I do not have pressure, like I have to do this. No, for me, I have to feel inspired. So I want to have fun with that. Plus, I used to create music also to discover myself. So there are both languages. One is about having fun. That's why I love using weird instruments like toys for kids that are also related to our inner child. But I do that moment to have fun moments, and then there is another moment that is about exploring myself, you know. So it's about learning about myself, my emotions, and I love to combine both languages, let's say. But yes, I'm let's creative, or I don't know. I have a lot of curiosity. So it's if I go in a shop and I see some special object, I say, "Oh wow, maybe I could create a sound with that." You know, otherwise I get easily bored.
Yeah, and I think that's a very interesting comment for you, and I think it's a great tip to producers, because sometimes we limit ourselves with software.
Exactly.
We only take like Serum and Contact and whatever, but we never try to explore like you use your lightsaber.
I mean, I am addicted to Serum, but I know the new one I need to try. But I know what you mean. Yes. Otherwise, I get bored if I don't discover new things. And it's about also I love to read many books. Yes, it's important because every little things can open windows and portals and new doors, and it can help you to change and to grow.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's my vision. Let's say.
I think it's a great vision, and you come to change the scene and come and change the industry. Like not limited only one genre. You can be versatile.
Yes, I mean, being creative for me means also being free. So freedom for me is extremely important. That's why it's difficult for me to say I play Psy, I play techno, No, I don't want to even know about it, you know. I play what I want to play in the moment.
No, and I think that's a great point of view of seeing the creativity and the productive process. How long does it take to you at the beginning when you start making music until your first gig, your first presentation?
To be honest, I started to do concerts when I was very young, like first concert, 11 years old, but I was playing classical music, and then I had bands. I mean, I'm an introverted and shy person, but when it's about being on stage, I feel completely comfortable because I started when I was very young. So I feel like it's my place, you know.
Oh, for sure, really sure. But you don't look any shy. When I look at your videos on stage,
I'm learning. I'm working hard, you know, to feel working about being more comfortable, self-confidence, let's say.
Yeah, you keep playing and playing, getting more experience. Very important. Can you give us tips about and what do you recommend to people that follow you, producers or DJs?
To don't be lazy. And I mean, it's very important to study. It means reading books or study an instrument. Don't be lazy, because sometimes on social media we think that everything is easy and fast. Do not trust that part, because actually everything needs time, practice, and sacrifice as well. So try to go really into that and to find your own language. We got a gift because we can create music and sounds. So this is a gift. So first of all, be grateful for that one always, and never compare yourself with other people. Otherwise, you will feel always under pressure or even depressed. So just try to find your own path that needs to be related also with your own personal growth. So spend time on it. Try to explore and to find yourself. And do not feel distracted too much by social media, because music is a divine language, so it's a sacred path. You need to do it, being into it. Try to get into the flow state. So it means spend a lot of time on it.
Okay. And how do you manage the blocking in creativity at the moment you go to the studio and you don't feel that it flows?
I have the opposite problem, you know. I have the problem that sometimes I need to stop because I love it so much. But I think it's all about your mind, the mindset. If you do it under pressure, you're gonna feel it. But if you do it just as a way to fill your soul, there are no blocks, because we feel emotions every single day. So do also this process as psychotherapy. I mean, feel the emotions and then translate them into music. It's like a diary, in my opinion, you know. It's a personal diary where you can write with your pen or with the notes or with the beats. Try to listen to yourself. If your heart is closed, you're gonna not compose anything. But if you go outside, you can see also a beautiful flower. That's something easier, and you can feel, wow, this is so beautiful, the nature, God, you know. Stay focused on little things and try to feel gratitude about every little beautiful moment that God is giving yourself.
Not very wise words. Yeah, and I like your perspective, because a lot of DJs, producers tell, okay, do something else. But I like, okay, go out and look for inspiration.
Yes, I mean, yes, I feel a very passionate passionate girl about life. So it's all about believing in life, and without having. Sometimes we run. Everything is fast. Everything you want to get results immediately. We are all impatient. We have a problem with the dopamine, you know, so we need to do dopamine detox, take a deep breath. And first of all, we are human beings. Then we are artists and producers. Never forget that we are human beings.
No, that's for sure. And if somebody doesn't know your music and you want to recommend a track to send to the audience, which ones will be it?
Me sharing a track with the audience.
Yes, like they don't know you, they just see you. This is the first time, the first approach.
Okay.
Which track would you recommend?
I will say maybe the last one, because it's the last one, and is We Are One, the collab with Vini Vici and Volcano Mars, because I love the message behind it. And of course, I'm a huge fan of Vini Vici, so it was an honor for me to do this collab. And it marks also the beginning of this new path that I'm playing a bit of also Psytrance. And they are legends of Psytrance.
Yeah, and you like the change between the genre?
Yes, a lot. Yes, yes. Right now, yes, I feel really in love. There is something very special about Psytrance. It's like, I feel like I'm praying, you know, and you can go easily into the flow state, because there are special sounds that help you to go into theta. It's like meditation for me when I listen to Psytrance.
Yeah, it's very energetic, very powerful. Well, but also your tracks before launching this track, I make an investigation of your tracks. You have powerful music.
Yes, I mean, I right now I feel, as you know, maybe in 3 months I will change. I don't know, but I love India. I got inspiration from India a lot. So I started to hear Psytrance, and I felt like a sacred call that something was going to change in my life. And then I started to listen to mantras. So it was a natural process. That's what I like, no? no one forced me to do anything. I was there, synchronicity, you know, and then the manager of Nivici contacted me, Indira Paganotto contacted me. I'm going to play in her party next week, you know. So it was like I was listening to this synchronicity and I said, okay, let's follow this path and then we will see.
No, for sure. I think you're doing great. I think you are like the complete artist profile because you make great music. You're a musician. You like to sing. You compose. You do content creation. I said, wow. And a recommendation from content creation because I've seen all your content. It's amazing.
I mean, I even hate this word's content creation because this gives a lot of stress, to be honest, to people. I realize that people feel so much under pressure for this. I mean, about me, if I feel it, I do it. But I don't want to get into this loop, you have to do it, no? So content creation, also they need to be spontaneous because if you're going to invest a lot of money or overthinking about it, it's not going to work, in my opinion. It's people feel it when it's spontaneous, so just stay authentic. And even if no one will like you, your time will come, you know. It's about if you really feel it, your time will come. If you force yourself trying to copy others, in my opinion, you're wasting time, maybe not for your career, but for your personal growth.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that many people, producers or content creators, try to copy something that is working right now, but they don't feel it, and people can realize that they don't.
I mean, maybe you are gonna do amazing numbers, millions of views, but also talk to yourself. What do you really want? What is your mission? Why are you doing this? No, so dialogue with ourselves should come first, in my opinion, and then comes what other people think about it.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, but telling you that you're shy when I saw your videos, I don't see a shy girl. So you're very creative.
I'm doing progress.
And how was that change for you? Because making some investigation research about you went from a lot like a madness of numbers. How was that for you? Like a big change? And
to be honest, I never cared about it. You know, only 2 years ago I discovered how to see the view in my Instagram post. To be honest, so I never got obsessed about these things, like to see the numbers, the reactions. I know many people that get obsessed and anxious about it. I was just sharing what I wanted to share. I don't know, I was going with the flow, to be honest. So I really didn't manage this. Everything happened in the right moment, in my opinion, you know. And then I'm still learning and discovering what I really want also, you know. But I just want to be honest with myself. And trying to creating a community of people around me that we believe in the message, you know, we believe in the light. I always say this, so light versus shadows. So I don't care about numbers, I don't care about musical style, but I care about the opportunity of using music events, parties, raves, also to heal ourselves and to stay connected, because sometimes let's say people go to parties but they spend their time on their phones, and this is for me does not mean being connected, it's disconnected. So we need to rebuild the community, I think, in this historical moment. It's transition. I hope things will change. That's why I also like art techno, very art, because I see people dancing there, moving their bodies. No, they are not just with the phones. So it's a special moment. I think something will change because technology, these phones are controlling our lives too much.
Yeah, I completely agree. We need to, as they say, disconnect to connect.
Exactly. Like, so we really need dance music right now, I think. We really need to move our bodies and to change our energy, you know. It's extremely important. It's like therapy. because otherwise, if I go in a place that is supposed to be a place where I should dance, I am on the phone, there is something that is not working.
I completely agree. And that's what, when you talk about numbers, when you talk about quick dopamine, that we're to use like...
Exactly, it's very dangerous. We are all addicted to dopamine. Now I'm working on this concept of dopamine detox, no? That is the opposite. It means phone detox, otherwise it will be never enough. Because one video can be viral for a week.
Yes.
Then, so yeah, I know it's very complicated. That's why we need to understand how to live. Otherwise, we're gonna survive. And it's not good to survive. We need to learn to live with simple things.
Yes. It's a bad talk about the social media. I don't know if you saw the guy that went the most viral video on Twitter. The guy that starts the routine at 3 a.m. He got like 700 million.
Wow.
Like, and imagine to have that kind of attention on that video, and the next one you're going to have like 1,000 plays.
Yeah, of
Imagine
course. So it's something really temporary. It's not the thing that will make your life with a meaningful,
Yeah, I totally agree. But yeah, I know that you have an event right now. I want to thank you so much for this. What are your social media where people can follow you?
Giorgia Angiuli on Instagram. It's my real name and surname. Difficult, I know, but I hope you will find it. Giorgia Angiuli. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. You're a great artist. I'm looking forward to see you again in some other place in the world. I really love what you do. And bueno, a todos los que van escuchando este podcast, sigan a Giorgia Angiuli en todas sus redes sociales. Aquí se las dejo. Gracias a Omex y a todos por hacer esto posible. Nos vemos en el próximo capítulo. Hasta luego.